Now we are.
Epic.
Yeah. I didn't know when we were ready, but I should have started it like 30 seconds ago because we just had a little roll right there.
Yeah,
We had a
we
little
should. Yeah,
roll.
we should have. It's true. I'm gonna
It was-
pop you guys out.
We took last week off because I was super upset about the Gina Carano news.
Yeah.
I was heartbroken. I couldn't take it.
No, we took last week off because I woke up and realized I had to be somewhere else, and I was like an hour late for this. And I was like,
Here's what fully happened. Is it was like 6:30, 7 in the morning, and
Yeah.
I was up and Carter texted me. He goes, "So you still want to do the show today?" I'm like, "Yeah, just tell me when you're good," because he was gonna go back to bed for a little bit, and he never texted me again. So it
'cause
just
I had to leave
yeah.
at noon, or I had to be somewhere at noon, so I had to leave at 11:30, and I woke up at 11, and I was like, ugh, and I just didn't send you a message
Yeah.
about it.
It was like 12:30 or 1 o'clock, and I was like, I guess it's not happening.
I was like, that's super my bad, but also I don't want to talk to him about it.
Yeah.
So I was like, sorry, I'm just gonna ignore this and hope it goes away.
Yeah, we
Hope it
never even
goes
talked about it until now.
Yeah, I was like, ugh, that's super my bad.
I figured you just didn't wake up again.
Yeah, that one's on me. The
Usually,
next one's on you though, Mateo. The next one's on you.
it's almost always on Andre. He's late. He doesn't tell us that he's late. It's great. What are you counting
Two.
there?
2 for 2.
2 for 2 what?
But you literally just listed off. It's one, that's 2. Either I'm late and I don't tell you about it.
That's the same thing. Those are connected.
Yeah, but it gets worse if I include the second one.
Gonna do some technical work. Fly.
Yeah. He's the lighting guy on the show.
Yeah, for
For-
just me.
Yeah, he's his own. Look, it's so like, what's the word? Self-sufficient because he's his own lighting guy. And everything.
He's got to do up his own mic. He's got to do everything.
That looks a lot
Very
better.
hands-off.
It does. That's why I turned it on. I was like,
That looks good, dude.
I'm not shadowed into the picture now. I don't look like I'm
You look
phasing
real
out.
good, dude. God damn. I'm kind of jealous.
Bobby who? Bobby.
Now
It's
I
like-
just feel bad.
It looks like natural and everything. You're fucking pretty.
Well, the joke is that I'm not. So now I just
No,
feel
that's
bad.
not a joke. No, you're pretty. It's just with your kingpin haircut.
I've started to tell some people I know that I'm failing at that the chemo isn't working. Some of them don't believe me.
Some
Some.
there was like one of the guys I was friends with, and like he was talking to me, and he was like, "My hair keeps falling out in the shower, dude. I think I have cancer." And I was like, "Cancer doesn't make your hair fall out. It's the fucking chemo, dumbass."
does. Chemo makes your hair fall out.
He's like,
Do you? Go on. Sorry.
He's like, I keep taking showers. My hair's just coming out everywhere. I think I have some kind of cancer. It's like, you're fucking dumbass.
You're just going bald.
I think I might be fucking crazy, but do you see this little line right here?
No.
You don't.
I think
Just
kind of.
trace it right here.
Oh yeah.
It's not anywhere else on my head.
No. You got
Is
No,
that
no,
a
I'm seeing
scar?
it.
you got a dent.
Yeah, it's a dent.
It's a baby soft spot that never went away.
It looks almost like a fucking scar, but it's like I never had a scar there. It's super weird.
Tell somebody you got into a knife fight and they stabbed you in the head.
That would be it, yeah. But now, because the knife getting stabbed in the head means I totally lost that fight, and that's not what I want. I want
Yeah,
like
Oh, you could totally get stabbed in the head and still win.
I
you just
covered a
must
baby from falling glass, and it cut my head. How about that?
No, he just stabs. He only goes skin deep, and you just knock his shit two piece.
No, if somebody like stabs my head with a knife, I'm gonna at least play dead. I'm gonna be like, that's it. I'm not fighting anymore. Look, you killed me. Oh,
Also, skin deep on the skull. That's not a big
It's so-
margin there.
still really bad.
Exactly.
I don't think you can really
Yeah,
get
yeah,
a
I know.
skin deep stabbing in the head.
He just
I don't
hits
think
the
you can
skull and
get
stops.
skin deep stabbed anywhere.
Yeah, that's going. It's going in.
It's gonna go in. I think
Is
you
he
got a
is
good.
he like fencing the knife at me and it
Yeah,
skids across my
I,
head, or is he
yeah, I was thinking more like reverse
stabbing
grip.
me?
Then he just kind of overshoots it, so it just kind of scrapes the top.
that's a cut, not a stab.
It'll be enough for him.
A
He won't know that.
stab inherently means to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
like
kinda,
that.
kind of.
Just like the
Oh.
1920s burglar stabbing people.
Yeah, give me all your money.
Do you think you could reasonably stab someone? Like not for like a horrific reason, like they're in a fight with you and you feel endangered by them, so you get out your little knife.
Yeah, you can just like stab on the outer side of the thigh where like you're least likely to hit arteries.
That's
It'll hurt
crazy.
like a,
That's where Trevor got stabbed.
Yeah. I couldn't.
That's incredible.
There's no way I could stab somebody.
I could.
It feels. It like when I think about it like all the time too, and because like I think about it and it's like it feels like it would be disgusting to do, because you have to feel like you feel the knife going like into them, and that's gross.
you know, it gets
But you
especially worse when
also,
you hit if you
like,
hit bone. You can
'cause you're not
feel
gonna
the
kill them.
bone.
Yeah, because you're not gonna kill them right away, so
Mhm.
you're gonna like stab them, and they're be like, "Oh," and you're like, "I'm sorry."
Well, I mean, I grew up like a real man hunting and shit.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah. I'm like a hunter. I'm
Just
like a
praying
real
for it.
man
Yeah,
doing
Trevor's a
manly
big
shit.
hunter.
And I remember like the first time my dad made me like gut a deer, and you have to like stab the knife into like the belly to open up the
Mhm.
fucking carcass. And it's so hard for me to do because you just
Did,
feel like
like,
the
you-
knife poking through, and it makes me sick.
Never had to do it.
You should try it, dude.
I
It's
like filleted fish and shit.
Yeah,
But,
that's
like, it doesn't
because
really count.
fish
It's not the
aren't
same
like
thing.
real.
Yeah, they're a weird
Real.
thing. No
Yeah.
matter across the board, unanimously, like even for most vegetarians, fish are like meaningless. We treat them horribly from other creatures because we're like, fuck that fish, cut him up, fuck him. He's alive. We're just gonna let him suffocate on the bank. Nobody gives a shit. It's fun. It's such a weird sensation.
My cousin when we were kids was the most. He was so brutal to fish. Like
No
like
shit.
the scene in Lord of the Rings with Gollum and he's smacking the fish against the rocks.
Yeah,
He used to do that
God.
shit.
Dude, that's fucked.
Sweet. Pow, pow.
That's what he used to do. They're like we were fishing one time and he had like he caught like a bluegill and it spiked him because bluegills like I don't know what they're called, dorsal spines are very
Yeah.
like spiky.
Yeah.
If that's a guess, that's a good one. I
Yeah.
think that's what it is.
And he was he was stupid and didn't realize how to hold him yet, and it spiked his hand and he's just fucking squeezed it. And, like, just exploded the fish.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He collapsed it. He
That-
fucking what
Like
is it?
Terry Crews with
What is Gaara's special move from Naruto? The sand coffin. He fucking
Yeah.
just collapsed the fish with his hands. He Gaara'd his ass.
Is that the big cousin, the one that I
Yeah,
know?
the one you know. Yeah, the one that you can see doing that.
Exactly. That's fuck, dude.
I just imagine the scene from Brooklyn Nine-Nine where Terry Crews just destroys a magic 8-ball with one hand.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was
that's plastic. That's not a real life thing.
I
So
don't
it's
care. The
not-
sound that it made was a nice, crispy crunch.
It's not equivalent.
Just
You-
Fluid.
He was just a fucking. He was a monster.
to
Yeah, I
fish.
used to when I would reel in fish, when I would bring my fucking nearly blind ass dog at the time, who was blind ass after that. He loved seeing fish for some reason.
Yeah.
So I'd get him and I'd throw him and he would be sniffing them, and when they would like try to flop and their dorsal spines would sniff up, he'd like back up and then he'd just hit them with his paw.
Mm,
Because he wanted them to stay down. And then he would take them over and put them in little piles.
that's awesome.
And I was like, yeah, he was great at it for some reason. He remembered where his piles were. There were 3 of them. There was no organization. He just loved putting them into 3 different piles. But he took them, and I was like, fuck those fish. Those fish don't mean anything. Let my dog hold them in his jaws and beat them with his paws.
Mm.
I couldn't care less. But then like I have trouble watching like a dog attack a squirrel. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Fish are like, fuck fish. Who cares? But everything
See,
else.
I have like, since I grew up like a mighty sportsman, I have a certain like law of the land that I have to uphold if I go with people who don't like do that shit regularly. I don't know. Like if like I was with like a friend once and he caught like a huge bass and he's like, I'm gonna keep it. I was like, no, you can't do that. You have to put that back. And he's like, yeah, but
Oh yeah,
it's like a big one. I'm like, no, you can't, because then like that one, the big ones are supposed to stay, because like
yeah, right.
they're
I
the
agree.
fuck they're the breeders and shit. Like they
Right, they're
help.
good stock.
Yeah, in like it's an old fish. First of all, the bigger the fish, the worse the fucking meat is for like
I can
freshwater
see
things,
that. Yeah.
especially. And I'm like, no, you got to put that one back. You're supposed to catch like the little, like 12-inch ones. And then we got in an
Yeah.
argument, and he kept it. And I felt bad for about like 2 weeks. I was like, I should have fucking shot the guy.
They should have shot it.
I could have saved that fish if I just killed that dude.
I used to watch this movie. I think there was Grumpy Old Men and Grumpier Old Men, and in Grumpier Old Men, it was these two old dudes, and they had been trying to get this massive, massive catfish out of this particular lake
Hmm.
for like their entire lives. And one day at the movie, they were arguing, and as they were arguing, they finally did it.
Yeah.
They finally caught this giant fish, and they were talking about how they were going to mount it, and they were sitting there in the boat panting because it was like a huge fight, and one was looking at him, and he's like, we should put him back. And the other was like, what? And he was like, look at him. He's been in this fucking lake longer than we've
Yeah.
been trying to catch him. And then they threw him back. And as a kid, I was always like, yeah,
Yeah.
there's a big fish back. Yeah.
Rule the land.
Yeah.
That's how it's got to be. Like now you can like people are like fucking bitches because they want like the mounts and shit. But like you can do that artificially. All you do is have to get the fucking
Right.
measurements, and then they can make one for you.
It is cool to like take a picture with it and then throw it
Yeah.
back. Because it's always like, I did legitimately catch this giant fucking fish. But then I
Yeah,
do
no.
like, put it back. He's huge. He's
Yeah.
old.
So yeah, I like you can take pictures of you and your fish, but if they're your profile picture, you're kind of a bitch.
I can see that. Just keep it around.
It's
Yeah.
all because it's all white dudes,
Yeah, no.
and they're
Well,
all like the same exact person.
black people don't go fishing. They can't swim. I'm just kidding. Yes, they fall out of the boat.
They don't get
Oh,
in the
we're getting
boats.
canceled. We're getting canceled for that one.
I can come
Oh.
back with an even worse one, but I'm not sure I want to.
No, don't worry
I
about
was
it.
just
You
saying
don't
that.
want
I'm
to.
gonna say it anyway. Maybe no. Maybe
Oh,
I
Two
shouldn't.
negatives. Two negatives don't make a positive.
Maybe it does. I was to say, they don't get in
Maybe
the
it
boats
does.
because you know what happened last time.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, tricky, senor.
Yeah.
That's a better one. I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to be laughing at that one.
Well, dude, you can't erase the past. What happened has happened.
Working on a sneeze now.
Working on a sneeze,
Yeah, I'm trying to make it happen, and it's not gonna. Fuck.
dude. Sorry.
Go on. No,
go.
you go ahead.
You go.
So for like the past like 3 or 4 years, when I got a little white Xbox. You might be able to see it in there. One of the little S's. When they were like a brand new concept, I got it for like $150 when it was new. No idea why. There was no problem with it other than it's small and shitty. But at the time, they were still like $350 or $300 probably. And I was at a local Walmart and they were like $150 for these, and I was like, shit, I'll buy that. They're probably all broken or something. And I got it and it's worked ever since, but it always had 500 gigs of space. So it's like not enough to hold a lot of games at the same time. Like 11 small ones or like four fucking big, or like a big one and like some small ones. It's never been like a lot. Um, and for years, everyone told me to get external storage, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm waiting for the new Xbox to come out, and then I'll just use that one because it'll have a lot more space. And that made sense to me. And the other night, I just remembered, I totally forgot. I have a little terabyte of external storage, and I just formatted it to that, and I'm like downloading a bunch of 150 gig games and shit.
And you've had that the whole time.
I've had that literally the entire time. I've had it longer than I've had the Xbox. And I was just like, this is pretty big storage. I wonder if I could use it. And I looked it up, and I was like, I can. And it's a terabyte. It's
Nice.
1,000 gigabytes. So I was like, that's pretty good. But the processing power for the Xbox One S, is like incredibly limited. So sometimes it just can't do anything while it's trying to write like
Mhm.
from because I'm trying to move shit from one part to the other so I can have room and stuff, and it just doesn't want to do it sometimes. Yeah,
Damn.
so I can have more games now, which
Yeah.
is an incredible feeling that I've never been able to have before, and it'll work for the new one, the Series X coming out,
Yeah.
which is exciting because now I can have
Now you can get the
lots.
cheaper Xbox again.
No, because the processing power still sucks cock.
I was saying that to make sure you can make the right choice.
Yeah, yeah, you're trying to keep me honest about
Yeah.
it. You're trying to keep me in the open. Every time I'm like, because my mom is really upset, um, because she's pushing really hard to get me a gift for my birthday, and I'm like, I would like a new Xbox.
Good luck. They're not in
I know,
stores still.
and they're never in stores. And when it's like I see an article, it's like Walmart's gonna have them at 3 o'clock. I'm like, it's fucking 6:50, and I go to check, and they're not in stock. I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn it. And but you know what is in stock? The S. There's
Yeah.
you can find a lot of the S in stock, and I'm like, I want to get it, because I want to have it, but the processing power is like, it sucks cock. It's weird
Mhm.
because it's like on the Xbox Game Store, the fact they were talking about, like old fucking games that you'll be able to play, like old ones from like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
They'll be updated to look better for the Xbox One X, but
Mhm.
not the S. It's
Yeah.
like, well, that's fucking gay. That's like an incredible
Well, it's
setback.
the fucking the XS or whatever it is literally just the Xbox you have now.
Yeah, right. Essentially, but
Like
it's for $300
I
now.
think like the One X that I have, the last like one they made before the new generation, I think it's just a little bit more better than the XS.
Yeah,
Or
I
it's
think
like
so.
pretty equivalent, I think, for the most part.
Yeah, I say it's like the processing power difference between the Series S and the Series X is like very apparent.
Mhm.
And it's like, then the S is like, it's already $300, and it doesn't have a Blu-ray fucking player. It doesn't have
It doesn't have a
fucking
disc player at
or
all.
4K player. It doesn't have a
Yeah.
disc player at all, which is like, that's fucking gay. So I'll just get the one that the other one, which is not nearly as big as I thought it was. I used to think those things were going to be fucking chunky, but they're like
Yeah, it's
they're
like
not big at all.
it's 11 inches.
Yeah.
Just you know,
That-
average.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Really, I think it's a little small.
Dude, did you fucking I just learned this like yesterday. Did you know Zach Efron is only 5'8"?
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's 5'8", dude.
I'm looking this up
He's
right
fucking
now.
5'8".
There's no
Yeah,
way.
Zach Efron is
Zac
5'8",
Efron-
dude.
What size did you think he was before?
I thought
I
he
thought
was
he was like 6 foot.
yeah,
I thought he was like getting up
thought he
there.
was like 6'3", dude.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
he's
Trevor's
5'8",
being
dog.
honest. That's
He's a little
ridiculous.
bitch, dude. We could fuck him up.
We could anyway. He's fucking crazy. He'd probably fucking freak out. Actually, you know what? He is pretty fucking shredded to
Yeah,
pieces.
but he's 5'8", dude.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. I do.
We could just fucking whack-a-mole his ass.
So you're
dude.
I've
telling me
wrestled
it's
dudes
just
that were
about
way bigger
it's
than
just
him.
about height.
What, Andre?
Okay, so you're just telling me it's just only based on height and whether you can win or not.
Yeah, dude.
He
If
also
you're
might not have
yeah,
any training at all in anything.
yeah.
Hold
Well,
on.
first of all, first rule: if you're not 6 foot, you're nothing. Everybody knows that. If you're not 6 feet, you're
you don't
you
count
don't
as a person.
exist. You can't be a man if you're under 6 feet tall. That's God's rule, God's plan, baby.
Oh, somebody from the Nightwing shit was talking about using Zac Efron as a cast for Nightwing.
It's too short.
Too short?
Yeah, Nightwing's got to be 6'3" at least.
Yeah. I don't even think Zac Efron doesn't like remind me of Nightwing. I think that's a
No.
bad cast. Oh,
He
well.
does seem like I don't want to say really cool, but he seems like a nice dude. I'd talk to him.
He seems very, very chill.
Yeah,
Like very relaxed, and he would be nice to you.
Yeah.
It does seem that way.
I'd want to talk to him.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, yeah.
Hang out with
Yeah.
Zac Efron. Smoke a few dubs. Yeah. Chilling out with the boys.
I want to do smokable weed for the first time and just pretend to die in front of everyone.
Yeah.
for an annoyingly long time.
See, the thing is, you think you're gonna pretend, but you're actually gonna die
Yeah,
for
but
the
I'm
first
actually
5 minutes.
gonna die. I'm just gonna barely be able to lean into it.
That's why I
Tears.
fucking hate when anybody ever asks me, they're like, Trevor, you smoke weed? And it's like, no, I have asthma. And they're like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, no, it literally like it kills me for the first 10 minutes.
Will not work.
Because if you smoke weed correctly when you start, you'll almost always cough. And,
Yeah.
The thing with someone with asthma is when they start coughing, their lungs stop working. So
Yeah.
I start to cough really bad because I'm a beginner, and then next thing I know, 10 minutes, I'm like, I can't fucking breathe. And then after 20 minutes of dying, I'm like, oh, now I'm high.
And then you gotta hit your fucking hookah machine.
Yeah,
Make
I
sure
gotta
you
hit
don't
my.
die.
It's called a nebulizer, you idiot.
We're gonna call it the hookah.
Yeah, the hookah liquid.
You should get like a case that looks like a hookah for that machine, though.
There you go.
Like around it, it's still like
Yeah.
a nebulizer, but
Yeah, that'd be
just a
kind of
big-
sick.
right?
Yeah. Then I could actually bring it over to people's houses and not feel weird about it. It's the most.
On
I
one
hate
hand-
it, dude. I hated that shit growing up.
On one hand, it's just you go over to someone's house and then you have to start hitting the nebulizer, and they're thinking, oh, well, he's got a medical condition. But then if you just go over with the fucking hookah, it's like, is this asshole really smoking in my fucking house?
You know how fucking embarrassing it is to basically bring over your life support machine to your friend's house to hang out?
Oh, sorry guys, I wanted to go and party, but can I bring my dialysis machine?
Yeah. It's like,
Never.
I know we're having a lot of fun playing guitar here, guys, but I gotta plug this in so I don't die.
Sorry,
And it's
It's
loud as
sorry,
shit.
sorry about the iron lung.
Oh, I can't have it.
Oh,
What did
there
you
it is.
do?
Hey,
Whoop, there
I
it is.
turn on my fucking humidifier on the over there, and it turns my camera off. Still do it? No, okay. It's just my camera taking a fat shit.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes again. I think you're sucking too much power.
You're sucking too much power, bud.
You're draining the energy, dude. Yep. You're sucking all the power.
That's incredible. I guess this power strip is kind of loaded up.
Well, I forgot to start a timer again, so that's great.
We'll be alright.
Oh,
Love when I shave my head like this, and you can really see the egg shape kind of take form.
You
It's
see
because
that.
usually your egg shape was the pin at the
Yeah.
top, but mine's at the bottom. I'm an upside down egg. Point down here,
You see the real eggness of your skeletal structure.
and my white skin that only gets paler as you go, baby.
In rather good
Casual
news,
chest hair.
it
Oh.
does seem like spring is officially here. It's currently like 50 degrees outside. It's fucking awesome.
What
Don't
the fuck
fucking shh.
stinks?
Because whenever it's like, oh, the weather's finally calming down, then it doesn't. Every fucking time. We're like, oh, it's warming up, and then
Yeah.
it's like, another blizzard's on the way. Like, just so you know. It's
Yeah.
okay, shit.
What's March is next, right?
Yeah.
That's like the unpredictable month, isn't it? Where it's like
Mhm.
it can be spring and it can also be winter. Who knows?
To be fair, they've all been kind of the unpredictable months so far.
Yeah. Was it like for
'Cause
like there was like 2 days in the middle of the week in December where it was like 50 degrees, and then it was like, oh, now it's -10.
Yeah, no, I was delivering packages, and like a ridiculously like majority of late November, and throughout December it was like, okay, it's gonna get cold any week now, and then I get out there and it's fucking 60 degrees and everything's melting and sloppy, and I'm like, epic. And then it's like next week it's gonna get colder, and I get to next week, it's like 48 degrees. It's like, well, that is colder. And then one week it was like, now it's all ice. Everything's ice. There's gonna be ice on everything. And then
Ice.
it's gonna fucking rain. And then it's gonna freeze again, and it's
Mhm.
all gonna be ice. And I was like, nice.
Trevor's sucking out of his big chug jug, fucking
A big chug jug, dude.
fucking- yeah, full of fucking male tears.
Male tears.
Male tears.
Why would I have male tears? I'm not a woman.
It's like Slang for semen.
Don't. That sucked. I don't like that you did that at all.
Hey, I noticed you have a pink shirt on like a woman. What's going on?
That's
It's white.
not pink. It's white.
Oh,
You're distracted by my pink hue of my lighting.
fuck you, dude. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
got him. Nailed him.
I'm sorry. I didn't come to the table with a backup.
There's like one thing that I wanted to cover from last week that we didn't get to do, obviously, because we didn't do one last week, and that was the new Mortal Kombat movie, which comes out on April 16th.
Yeah.
It's gonna be shit, and that's
I'm moderately hype about it.
And it should be terrible. It
It
shouldn't
should
be good. Don't make a good Mortal Kombat movie. That would suck.
Right.
Make a
Also, it's like, go on.
Does it make a shitty movie that happens to be Mortal Kombat, and that's all I want.
Yeah. Well, also, it's like my rule with other movies that are goofy and stupid. It's like, just don't take yourself seriously,
Yes.
and I'm gonna love it. Like just don't. There's nothing to take seriously about this goofy fucking magic fighting combat fucking tournament that also has a bunch of ninjas and robots and fucking monsters and other dimensions. It's like, don't take that seriously. It's a goofy concept. Make it goofy.
It can't be worse than the originals.
No, absolutely
especially
not, no.
Annihilation. Annihilation is the biggest piece of shit that has ever existed for any like kind of movie.
I've only seen parts of those movies, never actually seen them.
We watched the first one together.
Your soul.
Yes, we did. Yeah, with the
Yeah.
goofy looking Raiden and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Yeah,
we did
and
watch
the
that.
acting was so bad. It was kind of to be expected. It was like the late 80s, early 90s, and a Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat thing back then. It was.
Was a cash grab.
You can't make it good because it shouldn't be. But this
Right.
one though has fucking Kung Lao,
Nice.
and I am so fucking hype.
You like Kung Lao?
Kung Lao's my favorite character, dude.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, how can you not love that dude? With the
No,
fucking
he's great. He's great. I just didn't know what your favorite was.
Fuck.
Literally has a
razor
blade
hat.
for a hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that is fucking
He was,
cool.
I was my main in MK9, and then I realized these fucking suck dick after the one patch.
Plus, especially because like the PS2 era of Mortal Kombat games, they were all like campaign co-op, and me and my brother would always play the co-op games for every Mortal Kombat game that came out during that time, and he was always Liu Kang and I was Kung Lao. So it
That's
just
cool.
became a thing that overly got integrated into my head that Kung Lao is the shit, and that's how it should be.
Yeah. Right.
And he's in this one, and he like I remember like I was watching the trailer, and it pans to like him, and I see his hat, and I'm like, oh my god! And then he's like, and I am Kung Lao, and I just nutted out of my ass. I was like, this is after this year, I think I can die, and everything will be fine.
Fuck.
Kung Lao gets screen time. Spider-Man comes out in December. Those are the only two things I'm looking forward to this year.
Spider-Man. Oh, I didn't show you the thing. So, do you remember when you showed me the 3 fake titles?
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned how their colors were purple, green, and like a grayish black, and that's the colors of the Green Goblin, and that was a teaser.
It's not gonna be
And I was
Green
like-
Goblin. It's gonna be Hobgoblin.
You don't think so?
It's Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin. I meant Hobgoblin. Fuck me.
Peter's friend Ned.
Yeah.
In the comics, he becomes Hobgoblin.
No shit.
And if you pay attention, if you've seen anything from him, since like since the last Spider-Man came out until now, he's lost like 200 pounds and got into tremendous shape. It's Hobgoblin.
shit.
Ned's gonna be Hobgoblin.
Okay, I meant Hobgoblin, but yeah. Fuck yeah. I didn't even notice that. Most likely. That would be crazy
Yeah.
if they just didn't know.
Because like in the like some of the images from the teaser that they put out, it's like they're on the run together. So I don't know how he becomes Hobgoblin, but that makes sense. So that'll be sick. Also, in Mortal Kombat on Twitter, a bunch of people were mad that Chun-Li wasn't in it.
Chun-Li from Street
For
Fighter?
Mortal Kombat?
Correct. No, Chun-Li's not in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
There was dumbasses on Twitter that were like, "Where's Chun-Li?
Like,
Chun-Li's
Yeah.
Street
Oh.
Fighter."
yeah, I was like confused. Like, is this a crossover movie?
Hey. How do you think Ryu would do in the Mortal Kombat tournament?
Oh,
He'd
he
get
gets
destroyed.
fucked. He
Yeah.
gets fucked.
It kind of sucks. I like
Yo.
Ryu a lot, but that's not his game. It's not gonna play the same.
They don't have like
There's,
powers, do they?
Yeah, he can do
I mean,
the
he has
Hadouken.
Hadouken.
He can do like powerful, forceful punches and shit, and he can move super fast. But I think he could hold up a little bit. But then it's like there's also like Goro and shit,
Yeah.
and like Baraka. Dude, so
I
it's
think
like
honestly, like ironically, we should just like start pissing about. Oh damn, where the fuck is Fulgor in this movie? It's so fucking off.
yeah. Well, there is like that Street Fighter monster that's like Blanca or something, right? Fucking
Yeah,
Blanca,
Blanca.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like he's fought people who are like monstrous and have powers.
The man literally got powers from eating eels.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
he's like
they're just like shitty compared to like Mortal Kombat characters.
That's true. Yeah, it just doesn't hold up the same. Yeah, Sub-Zero, you see Sub-Zero freeze dude's arms, and it's like
yeah.
And then
That's a
beat
bit
them with said arm.
powerful. Yeah, right. It's like that's a problem. You can't really get through that.
Like Ryu could probably kick Johnny Cage's ass. And probably like
Yeah, I
Jax. He could probably beat
Yeah,
all the people that don't have like a
Yeah,
special
like the
ability.
normal shitty humans who
Yeah.
like haven't trained their powers and shit.
Is it like Johnny Cage's power or whatever, like his ability is that he's just done all the martial arts?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
No,
I thought it was that he's just done martial arts and he's like an arrogant like
Yeah,
actor.
No, he was
I'm a
he was an actor who studied all the martial arts. He's like
Okay.
he's a black belt in like literally like every martial art or whatever it is, and that's like his thing.
Okay.
But like Ryu would Hadouken him to space.
Yeah, right. It's like he has powers. He moves like insanely fast sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, then it's like, could he go up against fucking Scorpion? It's like, probably
No.
not. Nah, I'm thinking maybe no.
It's like I'm trying to think of who else is in Mortal Kombat. I don't remember. Smoke.
Reptile, Shiva,
Smoke,
Reptile,
yeah,
yeah,
smoking fucking noob for
Rain.
some reason.
Yeah.
Noob Saibot. Yeah,
Well, Noob is the original Sub-Zero Scorpion.
yeah.
Right, I know that.
Noob's in the movie too.
Yeah.
Is he
Noob's
really?
gonna be in there?
Mhm.
Fuck yeah, dude. Jax.
What is that Native American dude? That's the one that Mateo likes. But the
There's
one
a
who
Native
has
American
like
guy. That's Killer Instinct.
No,
no,
they
the
have one.
Native
Nightwolf.
American. Yeah, yeah, and he has like fucking green glowing tomahawks, and he can shoot like green arrows and shit.
That's
It's
Mortal
super cool.
Kombat.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Nighthawk.
Who's
No,
the
no,
Killer
not
Instinct
Nighthawk.
guy?
No, Killer
I've
Instinct.
never
That's
played Killer
Thunderhawk.
Instinct. and I should-
Thunderhawk.
Thunderhawk.
is Killer
Yeah.
Instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Nightwolf
download Killer
is Mortal
Instinct.
Kombat.
I should do that and play it. You know me, I like fighting games.
I fucking hate them.
I can obsess until
Dude,
I
I
get
fucking
really
love
good at
them.
them.
I can't do combos, dude.
I grew
The
up on
thing
Soul
is that like
Calibur too.
I can never do combos at first, but it's like I get obsessed with like I know I can beat this motherfucker,
Yeah.
so I just do it and do it and do it, and then it's like I get really good at fucking juggling and shit, which is like you hit them and they get in the hit animation, and you can hit them again and they're up in the air, so they can't do anything, and you can just keep
Yep.
hitting them.
That was
Yeah,
like
yeah. If you get good at juggling, you can beat fucking any fighting game.
it's like me and you were playing Injustice 2, and I'm just sitting there on the couch like, are we done yet?
Yeah,
I do nothing.
Are
Like,
you ta- are you saying
I only
Injustice
beat
2?
you like twice, and that was with fucking Blue Beetle.
yeah,
He's the
yeah. I
only
remember
character I
that.
could beat you with, and because I just spam his fucking laser beam.
Yeah, that game was fucking fun though. That was
yeah.
great.
Too much fun to be exact.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
too
You
much
weren't
fun
having any.
playing that game.
You just
Like, it's fight, and then you just fucking I'm dead. Like, oh, that's great.
there's just you gotta learn low attacks. You gotta learn if your character usually this is just injustice. or, like,
Blocking is
Yeah.
a
you
very
gotta learn
big one.
if you can teleport to the other side, because that's insanely important. Like if you do any animation that brings you on the other side of your opponent, and you gotta learn how to juggle, and you can beat fucking anybody if you can
Yeah.
just do those three things really well.
I had Dragon Ball Fighter Z for like 2 years. I've been playing it not like very, very consecutively, but pretty often. And I invited my
Yeah.
cousin over to play it, and he comes over and plays it and just smokes my ass. He's
Yeah.
never even played the game. It's the first time playing it, I get killed fucking 10 games in a row.
Yeah.
And then
every
I'm
time
like,
we mention
fuck
Fighter
this.
Z,
And then I talked to Andre, and we're like, we'll play
Yeah, I feel
Fighter Z
bad.
with each
Oh
other,
boy.
and then
Oh
he just
boy.
smokes my shit again. I can't play fighter games. I can't do because I
Yeah,
can't do the combos. I can't. I can see them on the screen when I hit the pause button. That goes away.
yeah.
I don't know them. It's gone.
It's memory, it's repetition, and you get
Yeah.
good with those
No,
combos.
see, like I can do that in like a Dark Souls game where I
Yeah,
learn the fucking enemy's shit, and I'm like, I know how to combat this now. I fucking just learn. I just can't hit buttons in order consecutively for the combo shit, especially if you have to hit some of those buttons at the same time. It's a lost cause.
right. Speaking of Dark Souls, I re-downloaded Sekiro Shadows
Sekiro.
Die
Yeah, we saw that.
motherfucking twice,
Yeah.
and Trevor
Motherfucker.
didn't. He was asleep, but I was playing it, and it's super fun.
Game is just a shit.
I just started again, and I just remember I just love fucking. I'm still in the early stages, so I'm sure I'm gonna get pissed as it goes on. But just whipping the shit out of those first like fucking
Yeah.
11 dudes is the funnest thing I've ever done.
I remember when we got that and we were playing it, and I was like, I got a bit further than you. I got to this one part where I was just getting my ass whipped, and there's nothing I can do about it. And my dad is watching me play it, and he's like, "God damn, you suck." And I'm like,
Goddamn.
"You have no idea
You
how
d-
fucking hard this
You
game
don't
is."
understand.
The last game he played was like Duck Hunt or Ocarina of Time, and I was like, "This is
Yeah,
you have no idea."
right.
And he
It wouldn't be
watched me.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, that's the last game he played.
You think so?
Yes, that's I know for
On the
sure.
64.
Yes,
Okay. All right.
because
I was thinking I was talking about the original Nintendo. I was like,
no, it was Ocarina.
Ocarina's a little newer.
Is it what is there?
There's Legend of Zelda 1, like 2 on the NES and SNES, and those are like the 80s consoles.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
the Nintendo 64 is like the 3D one with like Mario 64 and shit and Ocarina of Time. Those are big staples in like the 90s, I want to say. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure like the 90s.
It was Ocarina.
Yeah,
And
okay.
he loved that game because we had a 64 when I was a kid, when I was a baby.
Okay. Yeah.
And instead of him being a father, he just played Zelda. So
Nice.
I think I got the best out of it.
Fuck yeah.
He sat there and watched me maybe for 70 tries trying to fight this bitch, and I just got my ass whipped every time. And he's like, "Man, you should play a different game." And I'm like, oh.
You
I haven't-
remember I was working. Sorry, go on.
"No, I was done."
You remember I was working on that big fucking troll for like
Yeah,
3
yeah.
solid hours because I would not give up on that motherfucker. I was like,
he's-
it's so possible. I just
Yeah.
can't do it right now.
and he's actually easy.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
had to cheat to do it. There's a little way
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you can go up on a hill and then get behind some
Mhm.
walling, and he can't do anything. You can just hit him and go back and hit him and go back. And-
I watched you do that, and then I went back to my house to play it, and I was so pissed that I couldn't do that.
You couldn't do the wall
It didn't
thing.
work for me, and I was like, I actually have to fight this motherfucker, and I just watched Carter for 3 hours cheat the game, and mine won't
And not
work.
even have it work very well.
Yeah.
I just gotta, I'm gonna do it all again. So
I'm gonna re-download that now too,
yeah, I know, right?
just so I can be pissed off at other shit.
And get past him and get to the ginormous sumo samurai motherfucker and not be able to fucking get anybody.
I remember.
Shit was so hard.
I don't even remember where I'm at in the game because I couldn't beat that one bitch. So I went off and went somewhere else, and there was someone even harder. So
Yeah, right. It's like it's
I'm-
never easy.
like stuck in between the two hardest things I can possibly try to do in that game, and I don't know how
Oh.
to get back to the other places.
Is it the butterfly bitch?
That's the one that really fucked me up, and then I left her, and I found the dude on the horse, and
Horse.
that guy
Mhm.
is so much harder than her because I can at least hit butterfly bitch. I cannot hit this dude.
Yeah, especially worse when he keeps screaming Japanese at you as
Yeah.
he charges. Like, what?
I turned that off because fuck Japan.
Fuck
Yeah.
Japan.
Every time I hear Japanese, I just think of female Goku, and I want to kill somebody.
You realize Goku is voiced by a female in the Japanese versions, right?
What did I just say? Carter, would you like to tell the man what I just said?
You
No,
hate
I would
female.
not.
You hate female Goku.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I thought that meant more like gender bent, not like the voice actor themselves.
Where is a female Goku?
Gender bent. That's how you get one.
But that's not a
Gender
thing.
bent.
That would be
Gender-
an excellent like kid show though. Instead of like a Ben 10, he like
Yeah.
touches his watching like
Gender
gender
10?
bend, and he becomes
Gender
a
bend,
girl
yeah.
and fucks his way to success. Like sucks cock his way to success or something. He
That's what I
changes
want to
back.
do, dude. I pegged my way to the top. So it's literally for female Goku, because in the Japanese show, it's a female voice actor, and it's awful. But they did that because she's the one that voiced him in Dragon Ball. So they were like, we want to keep the same voice actor from when he was a kid.
Nice.
His voice should change. It's whatever. I'm just bitching about Japanese women at this point.
I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't. I'm like,
I mean, on the topic of voice actors for Goku, for the Americanized dub, I just think it's fucking weird how he likes to tell that he fucks with his wife. Like, he's just like, he fucking starts talking like Goku's like, time to go to sleep, honey. And she's like, shut the fuck up. And then he immediately switches to King Kai and just starts fucking shit. I didn't even realize he was the voice of King Kai as well. But he's
Sean Schimmel?
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Yeah, he voices like 10 people in the show. So does Chris Sabat.
10. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. They do a bunch. Like Chris Sabat does Piccolo and Cell, I think. Also, he also does other people. Yeah, they do like tons of people in the show. Carter has no idea what we're talking about, so
no, I kind of tuned out. Sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to.
I mean, that's still got to be like one of the best things about being a voice actor. That you could just like switch it up on somebody, and it's like a fucking hitting a left wall.
Yeah, if you're good at it.
Yeah, if you're good
There's
at
like other voice actors who are just voice actors because of their one voice.
It's like Mark Hamill, just like fucking, just talks to you like Luke, and then he just immediately switches to Joker because fuck it.
And Skeletor.
Liu Kang Skywalker.
Yeah, that'd be kind of sick.
Yeah, I know.
Tell
me about it. Yeah, dog.
So we got Andre's weeb shit out of the way, so we don't have to talk about that anymore.
I was on the topic of voice actors.
He was dying to talk about weeb shit.
I was dying.
As soon as I brought up something about Japan, he's like, "Here we go."
Oh.
He got bright-eyed.
Nice.
Bright-eyed and furry-tailed.
Yeah, his bushy little squirrel tail.
His raccoon butt plug.
When he activates his fucking native powers, he gets like little weasel powers, North American animal powers.
Are weasels native to North America?
Probably not. I just said the wrong thing.
I don't even know where
I
they're.
thought they were like. I thought they were European animals.
Minks.
I don't think
know.
weasels are European.
I thought they were. I thought they were native. Not native.
Yeah, where are weasels from?
Descendant. I thought they were European. I remember Jim looking it up. I think it was like, I believe it was in the European region. I checked to see if I checked to see if they were Native Americans.
Species can be differentiated by size, color, and relative length of the tail. Long-tailed weasel, Mustela frenata. This animal is the largest weasel in North America, and its vast geographic range extends from southern Canada southward through Central America and parts of northern South America.
So they're not even Europe, you idiot.
So
that's the one species.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
I fucking nailed it.
There's only one species. There's only one species of weasel.
You didn't even have the fucking respect to just be like, damn, I got.
He got your ass, dude.
Disrespectful ass.
You just got
disrespectful.
You just got, dude.
Got fucking done up. I'm supposed to act like that didn't just fucking happen to you.
Phoenix?
Phoenix? What are you? Are you making shit up now?
No,
Phoenix
Fox,
right?
Fox.
That's a fox. That's not a weasel. Dipshit.
No, it was a small
dumb,
animal.
dude. Get the fuck out of here. You don't even know what a weasel is.
I know what a weasel is.
No, you don't, bitch. You just thought a weasel was a fox.
Sahara Desert. in Sinai Peninsula. So it wasn't that.
We're still on
Now I'm
this.
just curious, what fucking animal was it that I looked up?
You probably
Yes,
looked up like
I'm
you
now
probably looked like
vaguely
you
curious.
probably looked up like a
Wouldn't it be-
mongoose or something.
Instead of having like mice at your house or in your yard or something, imagine being in fucking Europe or Britain and it's fucking hedgehogs. That'd be tight. I'd love that. You go out to your yard and
No.
there's like a hedgehog with her little hoglets, and I'd take care of them.
Yeah.
That's their actual term. I'm not fucking around. The name for a baby hedgehog is a hoglet.
Imagine instead of running over rabbits with a lawnmower, you run over hedgehogs.
Hedgehogs, yeah,
Yeah.
but they're sharp and spiky, so they kill your.
They
They're made
kill
of
the
steel.
lawnmower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, fucking sparks flying
You
everywhere.
just sharpen their spikes.
Yeah, you make them stronger.
It would be pretty sick if you could like pick them up from the underbelly and just like throw them at your enemies.
I mean, probably could.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
Getting a hit with a baseball that's made up of fucking pine needles.
I'm still 1000% against hedgehogs.
Yeah, I know you are. It's a popular thing, and you immediately turn yourself against the norm.
No, listen. That's not why. This goes way back. My brother had a hedgehog,
Yeah.
and it sucked.
Once again, as I've told you
Hold
this
on.
before, but once again,
Hold on.
the reason you don't like something has nothing to do with that thing.
No, it does.
It's some other
It
stuff that
does.
happened to you.
No,
you didn't like.
Let me finish.
Okay.
My
Okay.
brother
okay.
had this hedgehog at his house. He moved into an apartment and he wasn't allowed to have the hedgehog there. So he put the hedgehog at my house. This is way before hedgehogs got popular. By the way, they weren't
Okay.
busting onto the scene yet. This is before they got their big break. And I had the hedgehog for like 2 years. Finally, he sells it to someone else who wants it. Thank God. And then, like 2 years later, hedgehogs are busting up everywhere. I had a hedgehog for like 4 years that I didn't want, and then they got cool. It's fuck them. They suck.
Wait, you didn't like hedgehogs because they weren't a fad when you had one?
You are the weirdest person.
No,
I've
that
ever
just
met.
adds to it. They're just shitty animals.
That
They suck,
adds to
dude.
it?
Yeah.
The thing you don't like about them is some other shit.
No, dude, they suck. Explain a thing that a hedgehog does that's cool.
They're pretty cute, and they
No.
roll up into a
See?
spike
Yes,
ball.
they
Right
roll
there.
around and they
It's done.
fucking turn into fluffy, spiky little balls.
Fuck them, dude. They're worthless.
They're
Oh, yeah,
adorable.
that shit is
Though they
cool.
do die in
They
4
can't.
years.
They
and that's
can't
kinda fucking
fetch
sad.
a stick.
They're little Pokemon.
They're a little You literally throw them against the wall and boom.
I think if you're 5 to 8, you can have a hedgehog, and it'd be acceptable.
No, I wouldn't trust any 5-year-old with a fucking animal that size.
That's what animals of that size are for.
No, they will
Yeah.
kill
Yeah.
the babies. Will kill them motherfuckers.
Well, first of all, they're not babies. They're children.
5-year-olds? No. 5-year-olds fucking babies.
5-year-old is
Fucking
not a
babies.
baby.
No, they're
5-year-olds
babies.
fucking babies. What's wrong with you?
Well, we know what Andre likes.
No shit.
No. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Freak.
Point is, I wouldn't trust a child with a small animal. That animal would have to be at least the same size.
What would
or
the child?
bigger?
What would the child do to a fucking hedgehog? That's so.
Oh,
Wrong.
so many bad things. See, there was this little
Andre knows from
like-
experience.
No.
Well, see, Andre's
From
confused because he's used to putting hamsters and guinea pigs up his ass, and so he's like, "Well, if any kids were like me, they'd try it with a hedgehog
No,
because
no,
they
no,
come
no.
ribbed."
There was this claymation, fucking.
Oh, so you're basing this assessment off children can't handle small animals off a claymation TV show?
No, well, not entirely, but
This is
it's
like
just-
me
it-
going. I don't like hedgehogs because they run so fast. This is the same shit.
Oh, okay. It was called it wasn't even about hedgehogs. It was just called Hamster Hell, and God fucking
Hamster
Christ was the
Hell?
kind of- Yeah, I think it was just called Hamster Hell.
What? That's not even a thing. Are you thinking of the little hamster show that was like an anime? But the little
No,
hamsters?
it's literally called Hamster Hell. Yeah, it's called Hamster Hell.
Okay, so you're talking about stupid shit again.
No, I'm not talking about stupid shit again. Point is, I don't think children should have a small
Based
animal.
off this claymation
Not just
show that
that
he
and the
saw.
fact that no, not just that. That and the fact that I know what children are capable of, and children are assholes to other children and to animals.
Yeah.
That dog has to that animal.
So you
basically
get
has to
them
be
a
dog. It has to
worthless
basically be a dog.
creature.
It must be the same size of the child, so that way at least when they act like a dick to it, it fights back.
That's why you get kids fish and shit. Because who gives a fuck?
Okay, so again, we're back on the who gives a fuck about fish thing again.
Fish.
That I will agree. Just give them fish. They kill it. Who fucking cares? But if it's anything else, like just like Carter with the squirrel thing, it's a whole different playing field. When it's not
like
just floating around glub glub.
You come home and your 5-year-old flush the hedgehog down the toilet.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fucking mad. I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Yeah, that would be upsetting.
I fucking slapped that fucker upside the head.
But it's
like,
not
what the
more
fuck?
upsetting than funny it is.
That's yeah.
I mean,
Solid
maybe like
point, Trevor.
3 months
And
later.
how do
I'll
you know
laugh
that
at it.
hedgehogs can't breathe underwater? Who's to say? You never know, dude. Isn't that like people tell kids? They tell kids that they've flushed their fish so it can go back to the ocean or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different story when you at that point. At some point, you got to tell somewhere time before or during when they're the age of 5. They have to at least have the idea that if it's not a fish, it probably doesn't breathe underwater.
So, are you gonna be the one to explain frogs and all that kind of shit to children?
I'll give them a fucking frog. I don't
Because
give a fuck.
you
If that
fuck
thing
their
goes
mind.
flat, I don't give a fuck. Frogs are probably like a little bit more than fish.
Frogs are too high. They're too.
No, just a little.
They take too much for children to have.
If I had a tier list, I could give them a fish, they kill it, no fucking problem. I give them a frog, they kill it, no fucking problem. But the second steps to a fucking turtle, I'm gonna start drawing the fucking line.
Well, yeah. I mean, turtles suck too, but like you shouldn't just kill them unless you really want to. I guess I don't know.
Unless you really want to.
I'm drawing the line.
Well, there's like a thing where like
animals.
people like have like private lakes and shit, and you have to kill the turtles there because they'll kill the lake. If like a little pond gets infested with turtles, they'll kill all the fish. So you have to like kill turtles sometimes.
Sometimes I don't want fish. Maybe I want turtles. I want nothing but turtles in that lake.
That's a shitty lake. There's nothing for
It
it.
is
No, that's a
kind of
pretty
a
cool
shitty
fucking
lake.
lake, dude. It's
You know what?
full of
You know what
turtles.
happens when all the fish leave because the turtles ate them? The turtles go
They
too.
don't leave. They die.
Yeah, well, they leave to go to heaven.
They don't. Yeah, they leave to go
They go
to
to
heaven.
heaven.
They go to the big lake in the sky.
Big fucking lake in the
That's what you believe in, Mateo. You should take that more
Yeah.
seriously.
No, I believe in the turtle underneath.
Yeah, that's you have the great. That's why he wants the Turtle Lake. It makes
Yeah.
sense now.
He's
just
trying to
painted with
reclaim. He's like a shitty Marvel villain. Who's like, you guys have ignored you've ignored the great turtle for so long. He has to come
Ignore the
back.
great turtle. Ooh,
The turtle is risen.
turtle
He
is
is
risen.
risen.
The turtle died for our sins.
Yeah. Turtle will come again.
Is it like is the turtle like Atlas, or is like literally the Earth like a part of the turtle
Yes.
shell?
Yeah,
Isn't it? We are at the back of the turtle is
Yeah.
like the land
yeah.
we're on.
yeah, we're the back of the turtle.
Yeah. Okay. So he's like cooler than Atlas because he's a part of the fucking.
Yeah, he's
world.
not holding it up. He is. He's literally Tor fucking Terra.
Yeah.
So like, Atlas is a bitch.
Atlas is a pussy to the turtle
Yeah.
underneath.
Because I was like, oh, I'm holding it, and the turtle's like, I am it.
Bitch, I'm living it.
Yeah.
Is that why it's so warm at the center? Because you're actually inside the turtle at that point.
I thought they were cold blooded.
Yeah, it would still be like
It
warmer.
would still be warmer in the inside,
Warmer.
dumbass.
It has to
Ah.
be.
Has to be.
Everything is warmer inside of something. And that's like a fridge, obviously.
Except for Frank. Cover your bases.
Yeah, things to keep things cool are not warmer on the inside. I shouldn't have to say that.
I don't
Like,
know.
You did
You
any-
might.
but you literally
Yeah.
did anyways.
If
Yeah,
you
to-
don't, somebody might glue their hair.
Hey, we're not gonna do this again.
Oh my god.
We're not gonna get back
I'm
into
just
this.
saying, you're gonna need a warning label. Sometimes you don't know.
Someone might
Yeah.
glue their
you-
hair.
what- okay,
Yeah.
now you're on my side.
Yeah,
Gorilla
Exactly.
Glue should have a big thing on the bottle that says "Do not put on your skin."
yeah.
hair.
It's don't put on
He
hair.
wasn't putting it in her skin. She's putting it on her hair.
Like I said, or hair.
Now you need to add or hair. It was already up. Wait, was it not already on the skin?
No, they didn't have a label. They didn't say that.
That's
I don't know,
fucking
dog.
stupid.
I always knew I shouldn't have put that stuff in my skin or hair. I guess I'm just built different.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, see, you overcame.
Yeah.
That's why I have such
I-
good
I-
respect for you.
Yeah. Hell yeah, totally. You're always very respectful.
I'm the most respectful person ever.
You are.
You have
I'm-
the tactics of Donald Trump.
A little bit. He took them for me though. He saw me
He
doing
took
it, and he was like, "I like what that guy has. I like
That's
his.
true.
I like his razzmatazz. I'm gonna try and take a look
His
at that from him."
razzmatazz.
Who in the world can disagree?
His charisma.
Yeah.
His
Well, I mean,
sassafras,
essentially, if you
razzle-dazzle.
break,
Yes, Fred.
essentially, if you break down the components of my character, it's you eventually just get to the point where I'm a 12-year-old child, and you're like, oh, I get it. But see, that's also a part of my charm. I'm not gonna talk to you about stocks or the library. I'm gonna talk to you about Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, and pussy.
Oh, see, fucking two anime things. Go fuck yourself. Wait, what?
Yeah,
What 12-year-old has pussy on the mind though?
me.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you're actually
Well, it's-
incredibly weird.
Every
That's what it
male
is.
child is essentially gay until they turn like 12 or 13. If you like think about it, like when you were a child, all you did was gay shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't
like
know.
you don't realize that because you're a child. And you don't.
I
have
was
that.
like hanging out with dudes and
Yeah.
not thinking about the pussy every 5
Yeah.
seconds. So,
But, like, the
pretty
things that-
gay.
Not thinking about that pussy.
Like the things that I will not say I did on the show, but I've explained in private to Carter about
Yeah.
games. I think we even talked about it on here already, but I'm not gonna say it again just in case. I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
said
I
it.
remember. Don't worry,
You
don't
used
worry,
to
don't
play
worry.
really dumb games when you were a kid with your friends, and they are very gay games. And then you turn like 12 or 13, you're like, wow, dude, that shit's really gay. I want some
Just
titties and
straight up
pussy.
gay right now. I want some titties.
When you want to just play boys only tag, just you touching dudes.
Yeah.
Dudes touching.
Because, like,
Hide and seek is
yeah.
just
you're, like,
looking for other
inspired
guys.
by-
You're looking for.
Essentially, you're inspired by like the boy kids that you see on TV when you're a small male child, and you see what
Yeah.
they do, and you're like, me and my friends are gonna do the same shit. Like we had like our own like He-Man Woman Haters Club, like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
Yeah,
like,
I guess.
that isn't inherently gay, but it's what you
Yeah.
do inside of that club that is very gay.
Yeah, I guess when I was 7 years old, I guess I thought to myself, man, I wonder what Joe Jonas's penis tastes like.
Yeah, but see, you
No, but you're a gay person.
you
now,
stayed
so-
gay. There wasn't a switch that flipped in your head that stopped that. It's like when I saw those fellas that were sucking dick behind my house, and I was like, "Oh shit, the fuck's going on back here?" And they're like, "This is what we do," and I'm like, "This is what you do." And then in that moment, I was like, "Man, I need to get some pussy."
You gotta balance it. You gotta counterbalance what you've seen. Gotta keep everything balanced, perfectly balanced as all things should be.
But see, little did I know at that time that dating was going to be so fucking stupid and dumb. If I had that hindsight, things might be different.
True.
Like, what am I supposed to? What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to like fucking honestly open up my feelings to another person?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fucking dumb. It's like what I was talking to you about that one night when I was like fucking like, how am I supposed to sit next to somebody and like not look at them in her innocent eyes and be like, "Do you think a baby can suck its own dick?" Like,
They don't have fully formed
No,
ribs
I
yet.
don't think no, it's smaller and their spines are not, their bone ain't developed. They ain't
You
gonna suck
just
that
the,
dick.
the thing is that you just do that. You just do it anyway.
yeah, but nobody deserves that.
I think it's
Nobody
humanly impossible to shit
deserves
an entire
anything.
episode up your ass.
Give it to them.
Just full fledged give it to him.
Just go
like-
right for it. Then you're gonna weed out the people that you don't want to be spending your time with.
Yeah, but that shit is like always in here,
Yeah.
and it's like
Yeah. That's why you shouldn't deny yourself it.
I don't. What do you mean? I don't
You
deny
should-
myself.
You shouldn't pretend like, oh, I'm not gonna say this to somebody that I care about because I want them to say it. But it's like if they don't like that shit, you wouldn't want them to say anyway. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to be yourself so you can weed out the people.
Yeah.
that you
Mhm.
really
If you
like.
don't look to the girl beside you and you say, "I'm gonna wear your uterus like a sock puppet," and she ain't into that shit, she ain't the one, homie.
See, that sounds like I'm gonna murder her.
Yeah, that did sound a little sinister.
Yeah, I'm
In
gonna
general.
rip out your insides, bitch. Yeah,
No, no.
that's what
I'm
they
gonna
want to
fucking
hear.
flip you inside out and hang you on a meat
I think
rack to dry. Son.
compared to what I said, my version is way better. Looking at like, you can babies suck their own dick, and she's like, well, I don't know. I'm like, think about it. They have the flexibility probably because they don't have like the
Yeah.
hard
They
bones.
don't.
You don't have the fully
They-
formed ribs. No, it makes
No,
perfect
they
sense.
don't.
Yeah.
No.
So they could
Makes
like
perfect
probably
sense. It's
totally
a
do it. And
reason.
she's like, yeah, I think you're right. And then we have not sex because I just said something about a baby, and that's a weird situation to have sex after.
It's all dependent. It's not.
Yeah.
You're thinking about it too much.
Well, that's kind of the problem. That's like this shit's just going round and round. And it's like, oh, like I don't want to talk about shit because I'm gonna say some ridiculous shit that you're probably not ready to hear. So I'm gonna quietly watch this TV show with you and just mull this over.
What would you if you were dating an actress? Actually, you know what? Never mind. I actually know what Trevor's answer is about this.
I bet
Ugh.
you
Let him
do, but I
peg you.
still want to know.
Let him
I was
peg
just
you.
gonna say, it's like how do you feel if like you had like would it make you uncomfortable if you were married to an actress and she was doing like a bunch of like hardcore sex scenes with other dudes in movies?
No, because it's not real.
But what if it's one of those scenes that was real?
Okay.
There's that one chick,
well,
there's
then-
those scenes where
Then we got to talk about that movie because I'm pretty
You gotta
sure
watch it together.
legally.
no, there's real movies. There's real movies like with like
yeah.
fucking real respected actors, and
Yeah.
they have sex scenes where they legitimately were just fucking.
Yeah.
I'm not making this up.
I know it's real. But see, my biggest issue is like that movie's not gonna make a lot of money, so I don't think it's really worth it.
True. So to you, it's not about the sanctity that you have in your relationship. It's just about how much money she's
There's
getting out
no.
of
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, you gotta get fucking paid, bitch. Come on,
it.
money. Like
Make
fucking.
my money.
You have the weirdest standards.
There's no sanctity for anything with me. Like I think I said like the last episode, it was like I'd get close to getting cucked, probably. Like, you know,
Jesus.
who cares? But it's like
Uh,
fucking
Most people.
yeah, but because
You're the weird outlier. You
they're like
shouldn't hold
yeah, but
yourself
most
as
people
the
are like
norm
fucking
standard.
hermit crabs and they're stuck in this fucking thin shell, and they're afraid.
Yeah,
to,
but like you're the one that isn't like that, so you're not adjacent to the norm. You would be like, oh, I'm the weird
That
one,
pussy,
so the
baby.
standard of norm shouldn't be held on me.
I've broken the cycle.
Did you?
Trevor, you're just a cuck.
No,
You're
no,
not breaking. You're not
Oh,
breaking
big
ground.
cuck.
dude.
almost a cuck. Get it right.
Almost.
You're not breaking any new
Yeah, I'm
ground.
breaking the new ground, dude. I've busted the loop. I fucking I exited the matrix, dude.
No.
I'm out here. Everybody is 10 paces behind.
No, you think you have. It's
No, no, no.
different. It's different.
Ain't no thinking.
You got a fucking bag put over your head and you got slammed into the trunk of another guy's car and you think, I escaped. I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I have conscious freedom. You don't.
I have conscious freedom.
My thoughts are my own. I'm not controlled by the media.
The fuck is all
Or
this? Is I'm turning into
all this stuff
QAnon
that you've
shit.
been programmed to think.
God fucking damn it.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm free. What are you? A slave.
A bee.
Yo, you can't say that to fucking.
Metaphorically.
Yeah, you just can't.
To cover my bases.
I'm a pee.
Yeah, but back to because those real sex movies don't sell. You don't make any money. So I'd be like, come on, what's the art in this, and what's it gonna make? It's not gonna make much. So it's not even worth your time. You know what I'm saying?
No. When I was at MMA club once, this one dude was talking about this one black dude who I'd never seen there before was talking about how he doesn't think he could ever date a stripper because he thinks they're audacious whores.
Pussy. What a bitch, dude. It's just dudes are so fucking weak. Every single one of them. I couldn't date a porn star or a chick with an OnlyFans or a stripper.
My biggest problem was that I wasn't talking to him.
Yeah.
Or anything.
He just straight up came up and said this to you?
He was just speaking to me and a few other people that showed up early to set up.
That's
And
insane.
he was like, yeah, I don't think I could date a stripper. I think they're slutty they're whores. I don't know if I was like,
Yeah.
all right, Doug, cool. I'm gonna finish putting down the mats.
It's I was at this bar and this fucking dude was talking to me and he's like, my wife says I do too much coke. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, you want to do something? I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, all right. I think
Okay.
you have problems though. I mean,
I
your
will,
wife thinks
but
you do way too much. Probably shouldn't be doing it. But fucking, who am I to say no when the offering is given? That's disrespectful.
So willingly given.
I don't know about your culture. You might find that disrespect. It's like when you go hang out with the sheiks and you don't wear their stuff.
The sheiks.
You gotta put on that shit. So when I'm offered coke, I'm gonna do it. It's all about respect.
I know.
No, I don't do coke.
You don't do coke.
No. Not anymore.
Well, we already know you don't do heroin.
Well, you don't know that.
Got him.
Yeah. You don't know me like you think you know me.
And that is vaguely disturbing.
Yeah, should be. Why do you think I wear long sleeves all the time so you can't see the needle spots?
Ah, fuck.
It's a good point. It's fucking
That's a great point.
Wall here.
So I got pulled over and I had a bunch of fucking needle marks on my arm and the cop's like, what the fuck, are you on heroin? I'm like, no, I got bit by a bunch of snakes. He's like, oh shit, go get help, dude. I'm like, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
And I got high as fuck and killed 3 people in a car accident. It's a give and take, dude. Got a sweet high. 3 people died though. But see, I didn't have to think about that because I was so high.
It's perfect. It's a perfect crime. It's like the honor. I wasn't thinking about it. It was very high. It's like, oh, innocent.
Yeah.
Innocent.
What do you think about those people who think the snow is fake in Texas?
They think the snow is. Do they actually?
Yeah. You didn't hear about this?
I'm about to kill myself if that's actually true.
Some dumb white people again think that Bill Gates manufactured the snow in Texas.
Yeah. There used to
What
be
is the
people
end
who
game?
thought that the snow that was putting on them is fake in normal areas because they were melting the snow and they were like, it's not melting right, so it's fake snow. Why are they putting all this fake snow out?
Yeah. You know why it's not melting right? Because it's not fucking past freezing temperature. They're holding the lighter to the snow. The snow is fucking 10 degrees. In order for it to melt, it has to get past freezing. which doesn't
I
happen
know.
with a lighter for 30 seconds. You're just fucking brain dead. And they're like, you put it in the fucking microwave, it'll spark. There's only one video of an actual person put it in the microwave, and guess what happens? It doesn't spark. And they're like, well, maybe not this time. It's like, it never happened, you dumbass. Like, the snow is hard. Yeah, it's because there's fucking rocks and shit in it because it's on the ground. How fucking stupid are these people?
Very. It's surprisingly so, in fact.
Dude, I remember watching, I guess, learning in terms of stupid conspiracy theories, in terms of flat Earth. I remember that guy created an experiment where he put, like, what was it, 3 separate holes, and he had holes drilled in them. He said, if it's flat, I should, if the Earth is curved, I should be able to see the light. If it's not, I shouldn't. And lo and behold, he just goes back and he can see the fucking light. He's like, well, that's interesting.
No, what?
Yeah.
He had that set a different cut at
What
different
about,
heights.
what about that poor motherfucker, that old dude that, like, he built himself a homemade rocket and
And
it
he
didn't
killed
have. Yeah, he killed himself because it was a rocket he wanted to fly up so high. It was built like a fucking Jimmy Neutron rocket to begin with. It was like a fucking stage prop
Got a
that he
blast.
formed into a rocket. And he flew up and he was gonna fly up into the air and see that there was no curve and come back down. Which, like, I
Yeah.
don't think he knows how fucking high you have to
He
get. 'Cause
based-
the planet's really fucking big.
The
And
problem was also he based his all of his physics on flat Earth theory.
no, yeah, well, that's not even the problem. You know what the problem was? Is that he was a fucking 60-year-old man who was trying to build a homemade fucking rocket. That's what his biggest problem was, and his retarded family. And everybody's like, "Don't make fun of this dude. He died, and his family's in mourning." I was like, "His family should have fucking stopped him. They're fucking assholes."
Yeah.
If my fucking grandpa wanted to build a rocket and get in it that had no chassis, it was just an open-ended rocket, and he was like, "I'm gonna fly up into the air really far and then see," and I'd be like, "Grandpa, no, I'm physically going to not let you get into this fucking big wooden bullet you've made and shoot yourself into the sky because I think you're going to die." And what happened? That stupid motherfucker. That stupid motherfucker killed himself. And it's like, yeah, of course. He built a fucking a rocket on his own and thought he was going to fly up into the air. It's a cartoon. Of course he fucking killed himself. And everybody's like, don't make fun of him. It's like, I'm going to make fun of him. He killed himself because he thought he could make a rocket and fly into the air. And it's like, oh, wow, look at that. You're a flat earther and you're also too stupid to understand aerodynamics and fucking rocket manufacturing. Who would have thought that? Who could have ever possibly guessed? It's like, yeah, I'm going to be mean to him. I'm going to be mean to his dipshit, selfish fucking family, too, who didn't stop his ass from killing himself.
That's excellent. And it's especially excellent because it transfers into my next thing to talk about very well. So you know that I love UFC, and you guys also know that Carter also loves UFC. I mean, it's on my hat that I wear almost every week. We've been getting into sports betting lately, especially fights only, because basketball stuff, I'm too dumb.
To know how this relates.
It doesn't. That was the joke.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I've seen how long I could carry this without, I just want people to be like, how is this going to relate? You see how long I can carry
idea
this.
how this is going to connect to what the fuck
And I'm
you're
also
talking.
testing to see myself how well I could do like an ad read without actually doing an ad read. And I think I'm killing it until I just broke the fourth wall on the whole bit. But anyway, basketball, all those other kind of sports, over and unders, I'm too dumb to figure that out. So I stick with the easy shit. Parlays on fights, just picking the winner, that shit's super easy to me. I suck at it, but it's easy.
Me too.
So, there's a fight tomorrow. Let's talk about some bets.
Yeah. I think Rosenstruck has an amazing chance for his underdog odds. I think I like Cyril Gane a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Rosenstruck's actually going to win.
Yeah. So, not going to reveal what site we're using to put bets on, because they are not sponsored, so I'm not going to name them. Trying to get that money, baby.
I like it. I do like it.
I have a parlay on Rosenstruck, Nikita Krylov, and William Knight. I think that's going to be...
Parlays where I fall off. I like doing small single bets and slowly making money. I think Rosenstrike is almost a sure thing. Gane, he comes in, or Gone, however you say it. He comes in, he leaves himself open, and he's coming forward. Rosenstrike has a history of flatlining people who do that. I think
Mhm.
it's a very good chance Rosenstrike hits Gane very fucking hard a lot and drops him and wins the fight. That's why it's strange to me, if you were an odds maker, to make this bet, this odds, where Rosenstrike is the underdog, because it's almost a perfect matchup for him. And
Y-
if my boy Gane comes in and wins with his superior Muay Thai, then he wins. I'm not going to be
Yeah,
sad.
but the reason why Gane is a favorite is because he has a much deeper game than Jairzinho.
That's true. They're both,
Cyril has
um,
wins by submission, etc.
yeah,
As Rozdrick is just a kickboxer that we know.
right.
Uh,
Yeah.
Jairzinho is sitting at a plus 210. Gane is a minus 265.
Um, but yeah, Gane was a world champion Muay Thai fighter, and
Mhm.
Rosenstrike fought for the premier kickboxing organization known as Glory, and I think he was in K1. I could be wrong about that back in the day, but he has a long pedigree of his kickboxing, which is very good. He has heavy hands, and he makes it work for him. I think there's a slight in the odds. I do think there's a slight amount of recency bias with Rosenstrike having been murdered by Francis, and
Definitely.
um, and Gane being able to finish JDS with almost ease, like with his chin up and everything. Like he made that look easy as fuck for a dude who should not usually be made to look easy as fuck.
Yeah.
But then you also got to think Jarzinho also completely flatlined JDS as well. He turned his fucking lights off. So it's like
Mhm.
I think there's some level of recency bias in the odds, and I
Well,
think a safe bet.
also the odds are set up to entice betting, so they're gonna make way
That's
more
true.
money off Rosenstruck being an underdog than they
Yeah.
would Cyril.
That's a very good point. Yeah, that's just shit that goes over my head. Also, I'm gonna pick up a friend of ours, and we're gonna have an old buddy of ours visit us for that fight night, Trevor. So that's
Tomorrow?
gonna be cool. Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah, I'm picking him
Uh,
up. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking
Fuck
awesome.
yeah.
I
The
know
next
it's
one
really exciting.
I'm excited for tomorrow is Nikita Krylov against Magomed Ankalaev. I've been on Krylov's nuts for a long time. For like the past 3 years, I've like told Carter before that I think
Yeah,
he's gonna be the next light heavyweight champion,
Krylov is
and
that's another good bet.
he's fucking fantastic. He is a fucking plus 275 underdog, which I think is nuts. Because I don't think Magomed has faced a ranked opponent yet. I think Krylov is going to be his first one, I believe. And that's like insanely huge that he's that big of an underdog. Ankalaev is
Yeah,
minus 360 favorite. That's
I know
crazy.
Ankalaev. I like him. I don't know as much about Krylov, but I do know that you like Krylov.
Uh huh.
I know he has a very strong skill set, and you're on him. I don't know a lot about him, but I'll probably end up putting money down
Yeah.
because um you can bet. I don't want to say their tagline because I feel like that'd get them
Yep.
get them in the way, but
Don't
you
do
can
it.
bet during the fight
Yeah.
or during the
There's
game.
live betting lines.
Yeah. I don't want to say their tag though because I feel
In-game
like that's
betting.
in the way.
I don't know what the tagline is, but
I
yeah.
will tell you later, and you'll be like,
Yeah.
"You're right."
So you just say shit that every sports book in casino says.
Right. These
Yep.
guys have like a particular. I don't know. It's anyway. Um, but
Yeah.
and then your other one.
The other one I forgot what that was. Oh, William Knight.
William
William
Knight,
Knight versus fucking
Alonzo.
Alonzo Manfield
Alonzo
and
Mitchell.
William Knight. William
That's
Knight's
the most
coming off
muscle.
what?
That's the most muscle that Octagon has ever seen in one fight.
Oh, dude, these guys are
Those
fucking
two dudes are
carved.
they're the most jacked people in the
Yeah,
fucking in the entire fight game,
it's
and they're
ridiculous.
both
And what
fight each other.
they're light heavyweight, but they're like shorter guys, but they are fucking stacked.
Alonzo's
It's
not that short. Alonzo
no,
freaks me the fuck out
yeah,
because he's a ginormous
uh,
205-pound dude. He doesn't make sense when you look
no,
at him. William Knight, I'm like, William Knight, I'm like, he's
mm-hmm,
even bigger, but it's like he's shorter.
mm-hmm,
Alonzo's still tall enough where it's like, what the
yeah,
fuck? He looks like when Overeem was Ubereem on steroids, but
mm-hmm.
just somehow at 205 pounds. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense when you look at him.
This fight is even money.
It's 112, right?
Yeah, it's
Under
112 to 112. It's even money. I picked William for the parlay. He's coming off his UFC debut after the Contender Series win. Great knockout. Vicious fucking ground and pound by this guy. Alonzo's coming off of, I believe, him getting knocked out by OSP. Yeah,
Yes.
OSP knocked him out. That was his last fight. one-shot knockout by OSP. Did not look good for Alonzo. He's coming here
And
against
that was
William Knight.
OSP's like last good win for a while.
Yeah,
I
and
think
then he
had
fought
that...
Jamal Hill, the tarantula.
No. He went to heavyweight for whatever reason and fought Ben Rothwell and had like a boring fight.
That was before his Alonzo knockout.
Was it?
Yeah, he went up to heavyweight at the start of the pandemic and fought Ben Rothwell and looked bad. He came back down, fought Alonzo at light heavyweight 1. And then he fought Jamal Hill.
I'm wrong. I had that backwards. And yeah, Jamal Hill, and Jamal looked great.
Yeah, and
that was a
OSP.
terrific performance by him. Nobody does that to OSP, and Jamal did it like in stride. I was like, nice.
But so, I picked William Knight in this one just because he looks very fresh and he looked really good his last time out. I have a parlay in those 3, and I'm probably gonna place more money on them singly too. So.
That's a good parlay, I
Yeah.
think. I mean, that's a fair parlay. I'm still so nervous because like if I like got 2 of those fights right and then 1 wrong, so I won no money, I would fucking kill myself like on the spot. I'd be like, "Sorry, Trevor," and I would pull out a gun and I would blow my brains all over.
It sucks. It's like the first one that you pick and you lose. So like the other 2 don't even fucking matter.
No matter what, you're not getting money. It's like
it's so like defeating, but also great if it's like the last fight that you lose on because it's like, oh, I almost had it.
I almost had
it's
it.
like the start of the night, which is like the first one. You're like, it's all gone.
Fuck, you're right. God damn it. Oh my god. That's I do the singles. I bet a little bit of money. I'm never upset when I was upset once because I accidentally bet $10 and then I bet it again. And I had $20 on a fight that I wasn't super sure about and then I lost it. And I was like, motherfucker.
You fucking pussyfoot this shit though. You're like,
no, I do.
You bet on a favorite to win 40 cents once, and that made me so mad.
Yeah, and I won money because I knew
40 cents. That's not winning.
It is. I
won
because I knew that guy was going to win, and I was right about it.
Recoup what you bet.
It doesn't matter. I'm literally recouping it now. I've been making more money per night. I've been making more. I had a shitty first 2 nights of betting. I had a shitty go.
You spend a $2 bet and you win 40 cents. You did not win anything.
Hey, so I was down to 63. Guess what? I'm back up to 84 at 40 cents. And, yeah, I'm slowly recouping it. I'm not gonna be like you, or I'm gonna fucking bottom out the next time I lose.
You know what, dude? But dude, that fucking it'll get up there if I win.
I know, and when you do that, I'm gonna be in your corner. Like,
you don't have a gambler's heart.
I don't, and I don't think that's a bad thing, and I don't think it's bad.
It's a shitty thing.
One day you're gonna win big. You're gonna win like $65, and be like, "Holy shit, Trevor, that was amazing."
You think that's
you're doing parlays, you're gonna.
You think that's my big win? $65?
Yeah, what have you won so far?
20. That's because I lost, but dude, no.
Right. What I was gonna say, you are doing parlays, so you're gonna win like a couple hundred. What's your win? What's your cash out if you win?
206.
Nice.
It could have been way more if I didn't go with the William, because there was another. I could bet all 3 underdogs, but I was like, I don't know too much about the other underdogs on that I could have bet on.
I think you made the right choice.
I'm way more confident in William Knight than I am in like Kevin Kroom versus Alex Caceres.
Yep. Yeah, perfect. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Caceres is all right, but didn't he look bad in his last night out? Or no? Caceres is bantamweight, right? He beat the fuck out of that one kid,
Chase
right?
Hooper.
Yeah, Chase Hooper. I like Chase Hooper too, but yeah,
that was the last time we saw him, I think.
Amateur. Yeah, so he looked great in that fight. Okay.
Yeah.
And Caceres is the favorite in that fight, I'm assuming, because he looked awesome. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't make that underdog bet either. That's a good choice.
I vaguely know Kevin Kroom, but like I'm way more confident in William Knight than I am in the other 2 underdogs I could have bet on.
Yeah, that's a good bet. It's hard to say no to that bet.
I am an addict.
You are. You have like the worst approach to it because I think I objectively can say I have a less fun but more reasonable approach to betting because I'm always like, if I lose this amount that I bet, I'm not going to be upset. I'm not the guy I like is going to win or whatever,
bad.
right?
You gotta have.
And you have the one where you're like, imagine how much money I could win if I put this much money down on this maybe going to win fight, and it's like.
You gotta have that. You gotta have that gut punch.
Smelling blood in the water for you.
You have to have those gut punch losses. They make you who you will become. If it wasn't for all the shit I've lost on gambling, I wouldn't have the desire to keep going. I would recoup everything. Andre, you having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
sorry,
I don't
buddy.
know I don't know anything about UFC, man.
What's your favorite fighting style?
Prank call.
Fuck, I fucking yeah, dude, I had the answer to this and I completely forgot it.
Come on, I'm sure you
Guerrilla
do.
warfare.
Hold on, stop. Stop. Let him fucking talk. I need to hear his answer.
Capoeira.
You mean the dance?
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
dance fighting.
Capoeira is a
Yeah,
dance.
that's fine.
Capoeira
Just
is
because it's
dancing.
fun.
Well, and he vaguely resembles the people
It's-
that have that
It's
as their
dance
specialty.
fighting, to be fair. If we're just being open and honest about it.
He looks like we've destroyed him.
A little bit.
We've taken him down. Yeah, maybe we should do that as a sports segment every show.
I think we should. I
Yeah.
actually like that. But we do have somebody who is my baby, and I love him dearly, but he's going to be really upset because we don't talk about football. But the thing is,
Football's not
I don't
happening
even-
right now.
I don't really know
Football's over
how
for the year.
football's- I don't know how football's played. Like I get it, it's but like I don't know stuff
Yeah.
about it. I don't know
Yeah.
anything about football. I'm not going to learn.
I want to give you the max amount of praise for you not making one of those stupid sports ball jokes. Like everybody fucking does. Like every like woman on Twitter that doesn't watch sports when there's a big sporting event, they're like, "LOL, sports ball? Who fucking
No, dude, I will bring that word up, the term.
who
occasionally.
shot the fucking goal?" Ooh.
Oh, I don't make
It's
those.
like-
I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck.
You show
The
up to the
game
Super Bowl
played.
party and you're like, "Oh, how many fucking hoops have they made?" It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like who's winning? And they're like this team, and I'm like, I don't know why I asked because I have no stock in it, and I don't give a fuck. I don't know what it takes to win or lose, and I don't know what's on the line if they do, other than like they won this Super Bowl. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's super like that's cool.
There's only like 3 sports going on right now, and that's there's 4 counting like MMA. Basketball, hockey. I think baseball's about to start. And MMA. There might be another one. I just don't remember what it is. But
Yeah,
I'm not going to talk about basketball because no one in our audience that I know of enjoys basketball.
it's like I don't. At least for like MMA, it's like 2/3 of the people on this show know what's up, and we can talk
Yeah.
about it. But it's like if it's you talking about football, it's gonna be me doing something else and Andre doing something else while you talk to yourself about football.
Yeah. We'll start a thing where we all 3 make picks for each fight show so we can get Andre involved.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah. And then we'll have a little like thing like who wins. Like the main event
Yeah.
challenge kind of shit.
That would be all right.
Yeah.
That would be pretty fun. I'm here for
We'll
that.
start that like next week since
Yeah.
I don't
Hell
have
yeah.
time to pull up the fight.
I don't know
card and-
any names.
It doesn't matter. We're gonna send you a
We'll-
little list. You will pick.
Yeah.
What you want. I'll be ready.
And with no prior knowledge on who the fuck these people are.
Yeah. It's just a fun little thing that we can involve you in. Don't you want to be a part of our lives, little baby girl? I'm
Yeah, little baby girl.
trying to grow you into a man.
Grow you into the man. Grooming.
Yeah.
Hello.
No. You're of age.
We are on Discord. Grooming.
We gotta do something special for the 50th episode.
We do gotta say.
I'm trying to get something, but I don't know if it can work. I got a couple things in mind. What?
What?
What'd you say?
None.
I want to do like a trivia showdown.
Like fuck about random subjects.
Probably like stuff that we know the most about, like movies and like video games kind of shit.
Oh, we know fucking Carter would not win the movies aspect.
No, see, this is where you're wrong. Carter hasn't seen a lot of movies, but he knows like very oddly specific shit about a lot of them for some reason.
Trevor's
Like,
got it fucking nailed.
I was doing a scene from Goodfellas, which he's never seen, and he knew
He's
the
never
whole
seen-
scene, but he's never seen it.
I didn't
What the
know it was
fuck,
from
dude?
Goodfellas. I just
Yeah.
I'm like I know how this thing
It's,
goes.
It was a scene where Joe Pesci is like, "Why the fuck am I funny?" He thinks I'm funny. He said I'm funny.
I'm a funny
Yeah.
guy. You think I'm
And-
funny?
And Carter does the
What's so
whole
fucking
thing, and
funny?
I'm like, "That's amazing that you know that, but you haven't seen the movie." And he's like, "I've never even seen that scene." And he just
I was like, I
knows
didn't know.
the shit. It is crazy. It makes no sense. This is like I want to do some kind of like trivia show or showdown thing. But we have to get more people because we have to have someone who doesn't know like the answers.
Complete bias.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like because like I can't put together the questions because I know the answers and then I can't play, and that's no fun for me.
I can think of someone.
Shut up.
All right.
Fuck up.
Or like we could do like a team thing where it's like us versus like 3 other people or some shit.
What
And it-
3 other people? Now you've changed one person to 3.
Well, we're still gonna have to have someone who like
Yeah, that's
can come up
one
with the questions. We gotta ask them to do a lot of work and all that kind of shit. But
Yeah, and then we gotta compensate them with little pay that
they
we make
get
from this.
nothing. Fuck them. They rot in hell. Be a fun little thing. I'm trying to work on some like in-person stuff for me and Carter to do. That'll be fun. Keep talking about how we want to play like Portal on my channel and shit like that.
Yeah, God, I want to fucking play
Yeah.
Portal. Oh my God, I love that. Literally, Portal 2 might be one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
I loved that game dearly. That was like the first game where I would just play the story over and over again because I was like, this is fucking beautiful. I love this story. I love the heart that they put into it, and then the multiplayer was incredibly fun.
I had a
And I never
friend
finished
that really loved it, and I would go hang out at his house and play it with him, and he eventually wouldn't let me play it anymore because I sucked at it.
it.
So like trying to do like the puzzles and shit, and I would just like drop the pieces that we need like through the fucking ground. He's like,
Yeah.
all right, dude, you can't fucking play this with me anymore because you fuck it up.
That's funny.
And
That's
like
sad.
that's how I'm
Funny.
gonna be with you, but it's gonna be more fun.
But I know. I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch you, and I'm gonna be like, you can figure it out. And
You're
you'll
gonna
drop
love it.
the thing, and I'm gonna be like, good try, buddy.
What
Where
is it,
do
like,
I stand?
2 months ago,
Where do I put this box?
we were hanging out at your house playing games on the computer like we used to do, and we were
Yeah.
playing one of the escape room games that we found on Steam. We spent too fucking long trying to play this game. It was a good 3 hours we spent trying to play it, and we
I
couldn't get
remember
past the second level. Your girlfriend comes in and beats it like the next
Yeah.
day within like an hour, and she's like, "This is really
It was like
easy."
45 minutes.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
And we're like, this took us 4
To be
hours.
fair, a good hour of that was you trying to like click on something correctly. And I was like, did you try this button? And you're
Yeah.
like, yes, I tried it. And I was like, could you try it again? And you're like, there, it didn't work. And I was like, did you try that button? And then you were like, and then it was like 35 minutes would pass. And I would be like, can I try? And you gave it to me. And I got to the button I wanted. And I was like, click. And it happened immediately. And you just,
Same exact shit that I was doing. I handed over to him. That happened like 4 times. Where you're
I saw the
watching me,
fucking, the pain.
yeah, you're watching me do it, and then I give it to you, and you do the exact same thing, and it works. And I wanted
Immediately
to die.
opens or whatever. He
50%
just,
of the time, it works every time.
Yeah.
he's like, I knew it was that. I fucking knew it in my heart, but I didn't have that like ability to just yell at you to do it.
Just press the fucking button.
You know, dude,
There, I said it. It's like,
I am
that's all you really
stupid.
gotta say. All you really have to do.
Never pretended to be anything other than that.
The game was right from the start. The truth is, Remy. Fuck, I said it backwards.
We went long today.
We did.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like it. I think we did good.
It was a good one. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, share this around anywhere you feel. If you feel someone needs to see this, show it to them.
Yeah, look up at
And
me.
if you hate somebody and you feel like they'd hate this,
Yeah.
send it to them too. I
yeah,
don't care. It's an extra view.
just share it around.
Share it around. I'm
Show it
begging
to your grandma and have her never talk to you again.
Yeah. Clip it. Record this, clip it, and fucking just put it on TikTok. I don't care. Share it around. If you know someone who has severe mental illness and you think this will help them, show them that.
If you have
If you want
somebody
someone
you
to
wish had
develop
severe
Yeah.
mental illness, give it to them so they
If
can
if
develop
if you
it.
want them to develop
if
a
you know
mental illness,
someone
give
who
it to
has
them.
a spiraling, insane, manic mind like mine, and you're like, and they relate to nobody, you're like, hey, this guy on this podcast is fucking insane, and you might understand the way his critical thinking works. Then have them so they feel less alone in this world. And that's our
That got cryptically dark.
what's it called? Mission statement. That's our
Mission
mission
statement.
statement. Group therapy mission statement is to heal the darkness of mental illness
What the
in the
fuck?
world
This
by
guy.
exploiting my horrible,
Mental
dark,
illness.
decrepit mind.
Cure mental illness by
Hey, ours too.
abusing it.
Yeah, yours too. Sorry. It's just not as manic and depressing as mine. Yeah, thanks for watching.